Hello, welcome to the channel, subscribe and leave a like. Last week, a woman in Indonesia made news, but not in a very good or conventional way. Jara, 54, was found inside the stomach of a 7-meter python. According to newspapers in the country, the animal was in a rubber plantation, where the victim worked. In the soap opera Pantanal, whose last chapter was aired last October, the character Tenorio, played by Murilo Benicio, was killed and swallowed by an anaconda. Although the last case is fiction, it also calls attention to the question, after all, how are these reptiles able to swallow such large prey? The explanation is easy. Snakes have some special adaptations to swallow their prey. The jaws of these animals can expand a lot, opening up to an angle of up to 150 degrees. To give you an idea, it would be as if we could eat a whole watermelon. In addition, snakes' teeth are curved and turned inward, helping to push meals into the stomach. And there is one more detail: the right and left bones of the head of these reptiles move independently, squeezing and suffocating the prey, making it easier to swallow. Now that you already know, in a practical way, how snakes manage to get us inside their stomachs, how about finding out which species can perform this feat? 1. African python. African pythons live in Sub-Saharan Africa and are considered one of the largest snakes on the planet, reaching up to 5 meters in length. Despite this, cases of some specimens that reached up to 8 meters have already been reported. In addition to being very long, these animals are also super robust and generally feed on birds, antelopes, wild dog pups, leopard cubs, and many other mammals, and occasionally prefer a human for lunch. But don't worry, this special diet is very rare. 2. Burmese python. Hailing from the jungles of Southeast Asia, Burmese pythons are also among the largest snakes on the planet. They are able to reach up to 7 meters, or more, in length, and weigh between 80 and 90 kilograms. When younger, they are used to living in the tops of trees. However, in the adult phase, when they become more bodied, they tend to live crawling around, due to the difficulty of climbing trees. They are also excellent swimmers, staying submerged underwater for up to 30 minutes before emerging for air. Despite this, they have poor eyesight to find prey. They use chemical receptors on their tongues and heat sensors along their jaws. These animals are carnivores and like to eat small mammals and birds. However, they are also known to kill and eat prey as large as goats and alligators, meaning eating a small or average person would not be a problem for this species either. 3. Green anaconda. This species is the same that swallowed the character Tenorio, from the novel Pantanal, as mentioned above. In addition to being famous in primetime on Brazilian television, the green anaconda is also famous for another reason. It is known worldwide as anaconda, the same one from the horror movie. Sucuris, in general, are defined as robust and large animals, but the green anaconda, in particular, is considered the largest snake in body volume in the world. It can reach up to 7 meters and weigh over 130 kilograms. There are, however, some reports of people who have seen green anacondas with more than 10 meters, which generates a controversial discussion between the population and the scientific community until today. They are usually found in swamps, rivers and swamps in South America. Considered an excellent swimmer, the green anaconda moves quickly in the water. Fortunately, this speed does not apply to land, where it travels more slowly. This species is not venomous, despite having a very painful bite. They are carnivorous and known for their way of killing. When given the opportunity, they pounce and wrap their robust body around their prey, squeezing their victims to death. The green anaconda menu includes birds, fish, reptiles, and mammals. 4. Reticulated python. Reticulated pythons are considered to be the longest snakes in the world by length. The average body size of this species is 4.78 meters. However, some of them have already reached the gigantic number of 9 meters in length. In terms of weight, they are also huge. The average is 170 kilograms. With records of animals weighing 270 kilograms. They are carnivorous and aggressive animals. They apply boats when they are threatened. Considered opportunistic predators, they approach their prey very slowly and surprise them with an accurate strike. Among their favorite foods are bats, shrews and deer. Although attacks on people are rare, there are records of the species that have delighted in humans. They are also excellent swimmers, being found even on the high seas. Because of this ability, reticulated pythons have already colonized several islands within their range. Despite this, they are usually found in forests and swamps. Until the next video with more curiosities.